There is no chance in hell I'm getting through all of these books in October, but we're going to give it a crack anyway. Hello everyone, welcome back to A Fictional Escapist. My name is Kris, and today's video is definitely an MBR. There is no way I can get through the amount of books that I want to read in the month of October while also doing a copy edit on Alpha, gearing up to give that back to the proofreader so it's ready for November. But I have high hopes. A few of these are on the shorter side, with one or two being longer. And I did a little poll. I asked a question over on Threads and Twitter for some indie recommendations for horror books, and there was just a smorgasbord of options that came through. I also have like a bunch on my own shelf that I would like to get to, that I've had on my shelf for a while, that I just haven't picked up. So I have, I think, 10 plus one book which I assume will carry over into October to go through today. I can't get through all of them, but I would love to. Also, just being in a mood reading era, hopefully having 10, I will pick up some things on this list. But here are my 10 hopefuls for October. For spooky season, all of these are horror in some way, shape, or form, except for the first one, which is sci-fi, because it's a carryover from Sci-Fi September. So I assume I will still be reading Exodus by the time October rolls around. It is currently the 22nd at the time of filming, and I am 19 pages in to this 900 page tome. I am hoping to read a little bit more before the end of the month, but I need to start copy edits on Alpha. So there's a lot. There's a lot of heft there, so it may make a dent into October and limit what else I can pick up, but we'll see how we go. I'm still very hopeful for the books that I have in front of me. One that I'm probably most excited for is a book called Glowrot. This is by Beatrice Lebrun, and this is I want to say sort of psychedelic, cosmic horror, Alice in Wonderland queer situation. It says, what if Wonderland was a parasite that fed on your desires? Every night I wake up from the same dream, a vibrating nightclub with melting walls, no way out, and the taste of someone I've never met still burning on my tongue. Every day the shadow only I can see claws at my skull, screaming that I'm slipping again. He says it's all fake, that I should forget it, them, and focus only on him. But for the first time, he's wrong. I just have to find it again, find them again. We were meant to be together, even if they don't know it yet. I got recommended this one over on that thread that I posted, and it caught my eye, caught my attention. It has criminally under-reviewed on Goodreads, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up, and I'm hoping this will be one of the first ones that I do get to. Another one that was recommended over there that I'm quite interested in is one called Run Like Hell by Ira Brand. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This starts out as cyberpunk but ends up as horror, and I have been in a bit of a cyberpunk kick as well, so I'm hoping to pick this one up. It says, a shootout at a street-side bazaar, a pursuit through darkened city streets, a courier brutally murdered by his pursuers, blown apart and left to rot in the gutter. All of that makes for an average day in the bowels of megatropolis of New York City, at the bottom of the barrel. There's more there, but I won't go into too many more details. So those two are pretty high on my list, followed by the physical books that I have here. So one that I would love to get to, and is on I'd like to get this read before the end of the year as well, is Our Share of Night by Mariana Enriquez. I apologize. This is a gothic horror, and a buddy of mine, Jeff, who I've done the Queer Corner with a few times, really loves this author. So I picked this one up on a whim. I would love to also fall in love with Mariana Enriquez's writing, and hopefully be obsessed and want to read everything else that they've ever put out. So creepy cover. We've got the gold foiling there, which is nice and shiny. I'd love to get to this one. If anyone's read it, let me know your thoughts, but I'm looking forward to picking it up. Probably the biggest one that I have next to Exodus. I would also really like to pick up Domestication by Shannon Knight. I ordered this because of the cover. I believe it's like farm horror. I did read the blurb initially when I bought it, and I got very excited. I didn't mind Wish Givers by this author, but seeing the growth and like the other work that's coming out, I'm quite excited. I've had this one recommended to me by the next book that I'm about to hold up, the author of that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to that one as well. It'd be nice to read some books off my shelves. Next up, we have Icebreaker by Stephen William Hanna. I recently gifted myself the trilogy of this. Well, it was a gift card that I had, and I bought the trilogy of this, which is the Interloper series. I remember Icebreaker quite well. I could potentially just go on to the second book, which is the 100th question, but I think I may reread the first one because it was so chilling and I read it about 2 years ago. So I wouldn't mind to reread this one again and then go on to books 2 and 3. But I had a wonderful time with this the first time, and he recommended Domestication by Shannon Knight, so I trust his judgment there. Next up, I would like to get to Dark Bloom by Molly McCarr, which is making its waves in the Twitter sphere. I see Molly's name come up quite a lot in the horror space. I believe this is a take on zombies, so I did really enjoy Joshua and Zachary Forbes' book, The Three Rivers Plague. That was like a take on zombies, so maybe I'm ready to get back into some zombie-esque horror fiction. So I might be picking up this one. In a subgenre that I've not really delved into before, monster horror. So I read this when it came out on the indie release list, and this is Rules of Extinction by Jeff Jones. I think all 3 books of this are out. Is it? I'm not sure if it's a trilogy, but it's got 3 books out. They were released quite quickly together. This is like prehistoric horror. And I am very intrigued by the premise here. I'm very intrigued by the cover, and I could pick this one up. I don't know. Mood reading is a thing, but my mood is going T-Rex horror? Don't know. So yeah, this one could be on there as well. I also am sort of feeling like space horror, but that's because I've been on like a space opera kick at the moment. I do get a little bit fatigued by that genre in particular because I've read a few this month. But space horror, like, if you're going to be in a horrific place to have accidents happen, space is one of those. And this is the Disgraced return of Kaps Needle, and this cover is like just chef kiss. It gives the horror vibe so well in it. And this is a space horror. So I don't know what's happening on this ship, but I am guessing it's not going to be great. And this one is on the shorter side as well, which is good. Another couple that I have off my own shelves that I bought, I believe, early last year when we moved to Perth is an Eric LaRocca. I've not read nearly enough Eric LaRocca for the speed at which this person puts out fiction into the world. I think I have 3 novellas on my shelf, plus his first novel on my shelf. So I've read a short story collection. So I've got a short story collection and 2 novellas, this being one of them. At Dark, I Become Loathsome. Eric LaRocca does not shy away from the most devastating topics and really delves into thematics quite heavily. Now, underneath all of the stories that I've read so far, and they are beautifully written, they are captivating. Eric LaRocca is one of my favorite authors of all time. The gut punches and the beauty that is hidden beneath the horror is someone else. So I am hoping to pick this one up. It is a novella. I read these in like a sitting, so potentially that will be picked up. I also would love to get to The Dead Take the A Train. This is by Cassandra Core and Richard Kadev. Look at this. Look at that cover. This camera does not do that justice at all. This is like just horrific. Whatever is in here is going to be horrific. Cassandra Core, another one of my favorite authors. They wrote The Salt Grows Heavy. I don't know if that's the full title. Beautiful, poetically written, very lyrical prose. Again, talking about horrific shit, which apparently is just something that I really enjoy. I bought this last year. I couldn't walk past the cover. It is fantastic, and I'm hoping to pick it up in the month of October. That's all I have for a potential MBR. There's a lot to choose from. There's even more to choose from the list that I was given. I have a full shelf of horror behind me, not here, over there, that I need to pick up when I went on a bit of a buying spree. So I'm not short for anything to read. What are you picking up this spooky season? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like the content, give one of those. If you want to see more of it, click subscribe at your will, and I will catch you in the next video. Ciao.